Hello everyone. Welcome to our webinar, Microsoft in Education and Career, post-COVID. And today we have Microsoft Management Academy. I really hope that you all guys are doing great during this pandemic and you all are accessing this webinar from your home. That is the foremost requirement at this time because you know the situation. So today for this webinar, we have many people with us. And first we have Mr. Osborne D'Souza. Welcome to the show, Mr. Osborne. He is the director of Guwahati Technologies, board partner and global training partner of Microsoft. And Mr. Osborne is a technologist by heart and an entrepreneur by profession. To talk about him, to talk about Mr. D'Souza, he started his own corporate organization, Creative Technologies, in India in 2008 in Goa, providing interactive collaborative solutions. And prior to that, being a co-founder of a G7 company in Kuwait, Middle East, in '99, he provided rich media solutions, unified collaborative communication solutions, and AV solutions. He is the founding director of Guwahati Technologies. So today, I welcome you all to this webinar. And in this webinar, we are going to talk about Microsoft in education and in career. After the COVID, what will be the situation? How will you get all these opportunities with Microsoft and how Microsoft is working itself to come up with all these things? So that's what we have in our webinar. I welcome you once again to this webinar, and with this light introduction, I'm moving next to our next speaker. He is Mr. Guwahati Now, Chief Operating Officer of Guwahati Technologies. He is an alumni of University Institute of Technology, RGTU, Bhopal, and he is the technologist with an eye on every advancement in technology. There is anything you talk about, he has an eye on it, and he keeps us updated. Welcome to the show, Mr. Vibhuti. Mr. Vibhuti has conducted more than 1,000 plus training programs for more than 30,000 plus educators all around the world. I mean, all around the India, pan-India. And he is a certified Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert. He holds a certification in Microsoft platform like MCP, MCSA, etc., and smart technologies. So I welcome Mr. Vibhuti with this initial note. Next, we have Director of SITM, Microsoft Academy in Guwahati, Mrs. Zumur Lor. Welcome to the webinar, ma'am. As you progress, you will talk about how SITM has grown in all these years, how they have provided beautiful, tremendous scope for all the students in the northeastern area, and how they are working very hard towards the fulfillment of all your goals, all the students' goals, and all the needs from the academic and career perspectives. Next, we have with us Mr. Ziaul Islam, Dr. Ziaul Islam, and he is the marketing head for SITM for the Microsoft Imagine Academy campus here. He will talk about what are the career perspectives right now, how it is going to affect your career, how Microsoft is in the play. Then next, we have Mr. Sadiq Mannan, and he will talk about the career perspectives as well. So going back to Mr. D'Souza, Mr. Osborne D'Souza, I will request him to take over the mic and give us a brief about Microsoft, because I might not be the right guy. Yeah, I am with LinkedIn local Guwahati, but I might not be the right guy to tell you about Microsoft. So I would request Mr. D'Souza to take over the mic and tell us a little about his experience and about Microsoft and everything he has to say. Over to Mr. D'Souza.
Thank you very much, Syed, for that introduction, and good afternoon to everybody. My name is Osborne, and I'm going to just move away from this video to my presentation. Okay. Right. I won't spend a lot of time in terms of my introduction, but which has already been done by Syed. So all of you students, those who have joined this webinar, first and foremost, welcome. Thank you very much for being here. And we look forward to your participation here. There's a Q&A session, or there's a chat pod on your screen at the right hand side. So if you can click on it, and if you have any questions that you want to ask, please do so and write those questions into that chat pod so we can go through those questions and respond back to you. Behind the scenes, Syed and the team is there, who's going to be actively involved in answering some of your questions while you are in the session. But we'll also have a Q&A session at the end of the program today. And hopefully we should take you through my 20 minutes of presentation. So let me begin with Microsoft in Education. SITM has gone ahead with embarking on adopting Microsoft technologies in the institution, your institution, in the institution of technology and management. A renowned organization for the last 10 years has been existing and has been there providing students with the careers of today, tomorrow. So in sync with this, what they've also gone ahead and done is they've ensured that the technology piece which is missing or which needs to be added, because today's world is all about technology. Today's world is about artificial intelligence or data science or IoT and things like that. This is something that we need to give all of you as students, and therefore we are progressing by adopting, or the institute has adopted EduCloud. Let me begin by defining first what artificial intelligence. Let me set the tone basically. So before I actually go ahead and talk about what is it that you're going to get as you are part of the institution, as a student, what do you get by joining, and what technologies are the technology for the future, as in what are the careers of the future. So we're going to break this session into two parts. One is I'm going to talk about what you have now as a student with SITM. What are the technology pieces of the puzzle that is there that you can explore, and we'll define what the technology of tomorrow for a career. So every one of you have heard of what artificial intelligence is all about. You've heard of big data, you've heard of machine learning, deep learning, neural networks. These are all terms and technologies which have become more and more significantly important in our day-to-day lives. And we're going to speak today at this presentation. My presentation will talk a little bit about what artificial intelligence is. And I have about 3 videos to share with you. So they're very small videos, they're not very long, but I would like for you to have a look at these videos, see from a perspective of what Microsoft, as far as technology is concerned, what are the things that you should be taking into consideration. All right, so let me begin with the first video.
Artificial intelligence isn't coming, it's here. It's the defining technology of our time. But it's human ingenuity that makes it so powerful. Jane started losing her vision when she was 12.
California Street.
She uses Seeing AI.
I crept down
the stairs and out the door,
which enables her to read and navigate her world. Microsoft AI is helping farmers adapt to climate change.
We can use technology to help feed the world without wrecking the planet.
Enabling wildlife conservation.
The ability to use AI really democratizes science. WildMe uses images from any source to help study endangered species.
And creating new ways for people with hearing loss to communicate.
I want the exact same information that my hearing friends have.
It's more than just imitating intelligence or sounding like a human. Microsoft AI is changing every industry, from healthcare.
And now you can see these finite details, the relationship with many structures.
To engineering. And telecommunications.
We are using artificial intelligence to change the way we are relating to customers.
AI lets us put people first.
The Microsoft tools really enabled us to breathe digital life into an iconic brand persona.
The product that we make is not a thing in a box.
No.
Microsoft AI empowers others to create experiences and potential. This is just the beginning.
Artificial intelligence, it's just opened up this whole world.
The future we invent is a choice we make.
Great, excellent. So you've realized what artificial intelligence is all about. My next video is basically a video on the AI anthem of Microsoft. So the anthem of Microsoft's artificial intelligence platform, Azure, is what we will be speaking about. And I just wanted you to see this video as well.
Today, right now, you have more power at your fingertips than entire generations that came before you. Think about that. That's what technology really is. It's possibility, it's adaptability, it's capability. But in the end, it's only a tool. What's a hammer without a person who swings it? It's not about what technology can do, it's about what you can do with it. You're the voice, and it's the microphone. When you're the artist, it's the paintbrush. We are living in the future we always dreamed of. We have mixed reality that changes how we see the world, and AI empowering us to change the world we see. You have more power at your fingertips than entire generations that came before you. So here's the question: what will you do with it?
Excellent. So let's begin now. I'm glad that you have seen the two videos, and I guess you understand what artificial intelligence is. So before I get into what artificial intelligence is, I wanted to speak a little bit about what EduCloud is and what Office 365 is. And this is something that EduCloud has been deployed at SITM. So very quickly, it's productivity, Microsoft Productivity Vision is giving you the best experiences across any device, and whether it is on premise or on the cloud. So you've got messaging, voice, video, content management, enterprise, social, reporting, and analytics. So these are the best of breed solutions that are available to your institute. When you're joining, you'll be having access to all of these tools. So besides the typical Office applications which you all know of, which is Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, there are many other tools, and these tools are available to you on the cloud. Office 365 feature overview. I mean, a very quick. It's about email. So you get an email, you get a lot of space with email, calendar, and contacts. So 50 GB. Web conferencing. So if you're thinking about web conferencing, whether you're using Skype for Business, and that's an app basically for which is a different from what your regular Skype is, but there are many other applications like Stream and Sway, and as well as Teams. So Microsoft Teams is something that you would be using very effectively in your everyday online environment that will be deployed at SITM. So there's class sites, and there's Teams, and then file storage and sharing and productivity tools like Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Whether you're using it for PCs or for your Macs or for your tablets or your smartphones, these are the tools that you will be deploying on all of these devices. And then finally, we are talking about social discussion groups. So you've got Yammer, and you've got so many other tools that are available as part of the Office 365 suite. And this is something that I wanted to explain to you. So very quickly, Exchange Online, your entire emails and everything will be online. It's all on the cloud, and all of these services are being provided to you. SharePoint, Skype for Business, and the highest version of Office 365, which is also available to you. You got a lot of online storage space, which is basically OneDrive. So this is just from the previous slide. It's talking about the specific apps on this. Then we've got Skype for Business, which is designed as a full feature set for collaboration. We have a lot that is available with Skype for Business. There's so much that can be done with multi-party high definition video and content sharing. You've got a lot of stuff that is getting synchronized with Teams as well. So Skype for Business and Teams are merging together. And as we go along, I mean, there are many new changes and new applications that are going to be developed, and all of these applications are going to be available to you as an user, as a student at SITM. Right. So SharePoint is another great sites for creating sites, and you can play around with SharePoint and organize and discover and build and manage different content and manage your content in the best possible way. And these experiences are all available to you. You've got enterprise mobility and security as well built into the EduCloud platform, which allows the institution from an administrative point of view to manage your devices, and if you want updates and things like that, these are automatically provisioned using an autopilot. There are many features as part of Azure Information Protection and Azure Active Directory Premium. This is also something that is available to you. And all of the apps and all of the things that you are using with your devices, whether it's a tablet or a PC or a laptop or a mobile phone, are going to be managed using the security functionalities of Office 365 or Azure and the mobility functions using Intune from Microsoft. All right, so that's basically what EduCloud is, and this is what you will be getting as you are enrolled with the institution. Now, AI will empower every person and organization to achieve more. So I'm going to move away from EduCloud now and talk about a little bit on what are the technologies that you need to be accustomed to or you need to look at as a career prospect, as a student, as you're studying. When you graduate out from SITM, what do you want to walk away with? One is obviously you need to walk away with the know-how, with the academic background. But you need to also walk away with certifications. And this is something that my colleague Bibhuti Sinha, who's the who's the Chief Operating Officer at Joanna, he'll be taking that session with you and he'll explain to you all about the different kinds of certifications that you need to take. So empowering everybody, what Microsoft says, and Satya Nadella has been at the forefront of pushing technology and empowering every student to look at careers that are very economically beneficial to you as a person that's getting into the workspaces of tomorrow. So you need to look at all of these important messages that are coming to you, and they are like up to 14% boost in global GDP is going to be a result of AI by 2030. 15.7 trillion potential contributors to the global economy. 90% of executives across the globe expect AI to have a positive impact on growth. So we got this message. We understand this message. What are the technologies that you need to learn in order to be prepared for the future? You're talking about data science. We are talking about IoT and edge IoT. We're talking about machine learning. We're talking about neural networks. Now, there is a starting point somewhere, and that you need to take, and that's what we wanted to focus on. So I wanted to introduce you to another short video on what AI basically means to you as a student, and what are the different aspects of AI as a human that we need to consider, whether you are studying in healthcare or whether you're studying an MBA degree program and you're talking about managing, you're talking about production, you're talking about construction, you're talking about archaeology. So no matter what industry that you get into, eventually you will be using artificial intelligence. And so with that, I wanted to show you this quick video on the different aspects of artificial intelligence. And then very briefly, for about another 5 minutes, I will talk to you about what artificial intelligence is all about and how do you start with, and what are the certifications that you need to take.
Behind every great achievement, every triumph of human progress, you'll find people driven to move the world forward. People finding inspiration where it's least expected. People who lead with their imagination. But in an increasingly complex world, we face new challenges. And sometimes it feels like we've reached our limits. Now, With the help of intelligent technology, we can achieve more. We can access information that empowers us in new ways. We can see things that we didn't see before. And we can stay on top of what matters most. When we have the right tools and AI extends our capabilities, we can tap into even greater potential. Whether it's a life-changing innovation, being the hero for the day, making a difference in someone's future, or breaking down barriers to bring people closer together. Intelligent technology helps you to see more, do more, and be more. And when your ingenuity is amplified, you are unstoppable.
Great. Thank you for watching that video. So we understand what artificial intelligence is doing. So there are courses that are being provided through SITM from Microsoft. We've got things that are very, very important for you, and that will be covered by Bibhuti, as I mentioned earlier. So let me briefly talk for the next 3 minutes on what AI and why AI. So AI, precisely because there's a lot more data now. There's extremely, you've seen so much of data being generated in a few years before, and you can't imagine what data will be, the quantum of data that will be there in the future. So there's tremendously, we know and we recognize there's definitely a lot of data that will be generated. And so what do we do with this data? We also understand that there's a lot of more computing power that is available to us. And now with the cloud services, trying to commission, say, around 200 servers is no longer a difficult task because everything is available on the cloud and you can have that. So you'll learn about all of these things as we move on. Innovation in algorithms, tools, and framework is basically trying to create something with that computing power that we have. And that's basically where we talk about the different kinds of tools that are available, the different kinds of algorithms, and the frameworks that we basically are talking about. Very briefly, there are 3 bubbles over here, which are basically what AI is all about. It's about learning, and it's about getting to understand what we as time goes by, we begin to make machines learn things and understand things. And the key areas that we are focusing around is basically around perception. So if you've got a voice that you want to recognize from someone, from a human, or a text that you want to decipher, or maybe an image that you want to recognize an object in that image. So that's all about perceptions, and we are talking about how machine learning or technologies and algorithms can be used to overcome perception. Now, with that information and with that data, we also look at the 3rd bubble, which is cognition. And this is something that we'll take that data, take that interpretation and that perception, and then predict on it. So cognition is all about prediction. Perception is all about understanding data. And learning is basically how do you learn data? All right, so this is basically what I think it's all about, right? So, right. And traditional software development is basically taking an algorithm, taking an input and giving you an output. And what we are doing with machine learning is taking the output and the input and then developing an algorithm, and machine learning is basically creation of algorithms. I don't want to go into so much of depth in terms of what artificial intelligence is, but I just wanted you to understand that, your machine learning is all about a model. It's how it's created. What are the languages that are used? For example, R and Python and TensorFlow and Scikit. So these are basically different kinds of languages or platforms or algorithms that you would need to work with. And it all begins with certification and certification on technologies like Azure. So we are talking about cloud, then we talk about Azure, and there are multiple different kinds of cloud services that are available today. So you've got cloud services from Amazon, you've got cloud services from Google, but you've got cloud services from Microsoft as well. And the majority, and I'll tell you why you need to learn Microsoft Cloud Services and what's the importance of it. And from a significance perspective, that information will be shared to you by Vibhuti. So applying technology across your learning is basically understanding business processes, understanding employees, understanding an application and how it's going to be used in an enterprise. So you as students of SITM would need to understand these things, would need to learn these things. And we've got various things that are available for you, and Vibhuti will take you through Microsoft official curriculum, the Microsoft official academic curriculum, and so forth. These are different things that I wanted you to take into account. Learn more, educate yourself on AI Business School. So there's a lot of stuff that is available on the Microsoft websites. That's something that we will share with you once you are getting yourself educated on the different kinds of certifications that are available with the EduCloud program that is deployed at SITM. There are different AI labs, and there is the latest AI possibilities. Everything that you would be experiencing with EduCloud is going to be the latest and the greatest from Microsoft. So if you want to learn how to code, you will be having that opportunity with EduCloud and the different programs that are part of EduCloud with SITM. So with that, I want to say thank you, and I move over to, I would like to hand over this to Syed, who would then take you through the next part of this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. D'Souza. We really enjoyed your presentation and we learned a lot. I believe students who are already watching this webinar also has learned a lot. In my case, my personal takeaway is when you have the right tools, AI can just change the world. That's what I learned. And again, one more thing I learned from your session, AI is about amplifying the human ingenuity. So it's a great thing I learned, and I really look forward to learning more from you, from Microsoft campus here in Guwahati in SITM, and from Vibhuti as well. And in our next guest, Mr. Vibhuti Sinha, will talk to the students, will present his part, where he will talk about all the certifications possible and the curriculums available. So without any further ado, I would like to pass on the mic to Mr. Vibhuti Sinha.
Thank you so much, Syed, and good evening, everyone. Thank you, Mr. D'Souza, for talking about the AI part. So that will really help me in talking about the certification that we have planned with SITM. So in the certification roadmap, it's very easy for students to get lost in the complexity of the certifications. They're trying to get the right kind of direction when going to the market and getting the right kind of certification. So that's the reason we have aligned a certification roadmap for the college and also the students who are involved or who are going to enroll in this particular program. Now, Microsoft in education and the career, that will be the roadmap for the students post the COVID situation. It will be like many of the students will be working on a remote location. Even there are big companies who are setting the guidelines that they don't need their big offices, and students will be working, or the employees would be working from different locations, and they will be taking the workloads from multiple locations with the simple internet connectivity and a simple laptop device post this COVID situation that we all have. Now, yes, the Microsoft certifications are in huge demand, and the industry is wanting these kind of certifications that are being asked by recruiters globally. So it's not only about India that we are talking about. We are talking about companies who are wanting these kind of platforms where they want candidates who have good proficient efficiencies in the different platforms that Microsoft have. And we will talk about the skill set also. So there are different set of skill sets that needs to be developed by the candidate if they want to be in a good position after having the certification. Obviously, certification helps in the employability part as well, and obviously the economic development of that particular area. There are many countries in the past who have associated with Microsoft, and there are a lot of certification programs that have been given to mass candidates, and they have really increased in the economic forefront, and they have quite gained good companies who have these Microsoft certified professionals, MCP, that we are going to talk about today. So as on this screen, you can see that there are 4 different segments of Microsoft certification. I'll be showing about the exact roadmap and the learning paths that we have for different segments that you can see over there on the screen, which is computer science, productivity, data science, and IT infrastructure. And obviously the AI part, which was covered by Mr. D'Souza earlier. Now, we know that AI segment is booming in the market, and candidates they are basically trying to understand which certification to get and how to inbuild this skill set in their CVs so that they can have a very heavyweight CV which can be posted in different web job sites. Either we talk about the job sites that work in India, which is Naukri.com, or any job site that is overseas also, like Indeed.com and all. So yes, the answers, we have the answers that the candidates generally ask, like which certification to get, how to get it. So that's the reason we have started this process where we will be helping the students in certification on Microsoft technologies specifically. So basically why should any student think of certification is because yes, technology skills are needed in the set of skill sets that are required for the new kind of market that is developing with the big terminologies like big data and machine learning, AI, and also there will be some kind of super intelligence also that is being predicted with the new advancements in technology. So on the software forefront, the students need to understand which platform and how to work on that platform, which technology and right tools they need to work on, so that they can be on the race where colleges and the universities globally are talking about the different opportunities in advancement that is happening in technology forefront. Also, certifications helps the students a lot in getting the full productivity out of their career quite sooner as compared to the students who don't have certification and they are trying to deliver their best in different projects that their project managers give them. So obviously certification helps you in empowering yourself more with the right kind of tools and right kind of skill set so that you can deliver more. So if we talk about the employers globally, yes, they want people with certified skill sets so that they can understand whether that particular candidate can deliver the right kind of thing that they are asking for. So we will try to integrate, or rather we have already integrated these courses in the SITM curriculum, and we are trying to push certain selected courses that I will talk about in the coming slides. Now, what does this certifications gives the students is basically recognition. So this recognition is also on the behalf of certifications or badges or certain smart cards that they can get. So with Microsoft, there are different policies that are set up in the certification roadmap. If any candidate is certified, they can get a smart card, and obviously for that smart card they need to register themselves on the website, and this smart card can have good badges that you can see at the down part of the screen. So Word, Excel, PowerPoint, these are general badges. We are talking about badges like MTA, we are talking about badges like MCSE, which will showcase yourself as a leader among the community of students whom you are right now working with, or your friends network. So basically having a certification and a badge helps you in coming out of that crowd and highlighting yourself in the segment of job market that the industry have. So there are many the preferences that are given at the time of employment to people who are certified and who have these certifications and badges. So this is just a survey by Indeed.com that you can see on the screen, which is done in April 2020. And in this survey, what we can see the data on the screen is on the third option, or the third pointer that you can see, it talks about Microsoft tools. So globally, everyone thinks that Microsoft tools is something that is very much required by any candidate who is trying to get a job, and these are the essential skill sets that are sought by the employers. First of all, we can see oral and written communication. Obviously, your communication needs to be good. Project management is second, and third is Microsoft tools. It can be simple office tools, which Mr. D'Souza spoke about, like Microsoft Teams, and the different set of Office 365 productive tools that he spoke about. So if you master in all these tools and you understand about the software deployment, and you have certain knowledge about what kind of a platform is used on the back end, you will be definitely given the preference in the job market that we are trying to achieve with this webinar. So basically our target is to hit that job market and prepare you all students with the right kind of skill sets so that you can have a great career ahead. So that is our motive of this webinar that we are having today. So you can see the numbers, it's in the screen. So I'll move ahead and this part in the webinar that you can see is basically about the customizable lesson plans that we have under Imagine Academy, which Mr. Sayyed told at the start. So SITM have all the resources right now for Microsoft's Imagine Academy, and we can rightly guide you in having customizable lesson plans in the different certifications that Microsoft can have for you all. So in this certifications roadmap, there will be the files which you can see on the screen right now. So this is basically a OneNote file, and this is a digital notebook. You can just click on the items, you can prepare yourself. Apart from that, there will be trainings also that will be given by Microsoft certified trainers to you all, so that you understand what to learn and when to learn and which content to learn, basically in the sea of contents that Microsoft have. So yes, our lesson plans will be customizable, and as we said, this is for the first time in Northeast that a college like SITM have come up with this kind of program where we have Microsoft certification inbuilt in the curriculum so that the students can be guided. So there are two tracks that we are talking about. The first track is on Azure, which Mr. D'Souza have rightly covered earlier while talking about what is the AI part, artificial intelligence part, and what is Azure is basically a platform of services which enable all the software development guys or the different level of employees in a particular organization to deliver the right kind of software or the right kind of tool to their manager. So apart from that, we have data science also, but you can see closely if you watch under data science track, you can see point number 1, it says Azure Data Engineer Associate. And the name of the exam that you will be passing is Azure Data Solution. Now, this Azure Data Solution or anything related to Azure is also connected to data science. So basically, both the tracks that we are suggesting, or these are the most company asked certification that we can see right now in the market. So that's the reason we have filtered these certifications for you all. And everywhere you will see Azure, Azure, Azure. So to understand more about Azure, I will show you the browser where I have opened the services. So let me just go to this Azure browser right now. So this you can see on the screen is the products that are under Azure. And as I said, Azure is a collection of products, and this collection of products can be used by you all in getting the right kind of tools for your customers when you will be in the working scenario or when you will be employed in a company. So as you can see, if I scroll down, there are many products that are under Azure platform. If we talk about Databricks, if we talk about Data Factory, so these are different products that can be used by you all when you understand the platform. Basically, without understanding the platform, you cannot go and code something over there, or you cannot link some database to the application that you have prepared. So these are all the services that Azure have, and these are basically the strong type of strong products or powerful products that Azure have, which will increase the business intelligence and also which will increase the AI capabilities of any platform that you are trying to create. So let me go back to my PowerPoint presentation right now. And if I move ahead, the question which many of you might be in your head right now is what is exactly Azure? And about Azure, I have already told that it is a platform which have massive amount of services available for any person who is in the software platform and who want to develop certain things. How Microsoft is trying to push Azure in the universities, it's basically making the students and the colleges and also the faculties future ready with the continuous improvements in technology. Please don't worry about the kind of certification that we are suggesting. If there is any change in technology, we will definitely upgrade the certifications and we will really help you on the certification forefront as well. If we talk about the different segments where you can see Azure, it's huge. You can see on the screen, it's about healthcare, it's about financial services, it's about government services, it's about manufacturing, retail, everything is covered under the solutions or the cloud services that Azure platform have. And every company who is working in these sectors, they need people to develop their solution on the Azure platform so that they can get the right things delivered. So again, I will switch to the browser where I can show you the successful customer stories. So Syed, if you can confirm, if you can see my screen, the browser.
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Thank you. So these are certain good case studies that we have specific to India. We can see Accenture, they are using Azure platform. We can see BDO India also. If I go down, I will see many more brand names who are rightly using the Azure platform. If we talk about ENY or EY India, which is the new name, they are also using. So there are a lot of companies, MNCs, who are working on Azure platform, and this will be the people who will be hiring you all after you have the right kind of certifications with you. So going back to the presentation, if we talk about hospitals, maybe Apollo group of hospitals, they also need certain softwares, and these softwares can be created by new startups. These startups also need people who are Azure certified. So that's the reason we are bringing all these certifications to you all. Moving ahead, in the initial topics that we were suggesting for the certification, you might have seen about AI fundamentals. So this is just a quick snapshot of telling all the students who are participating today what is exactly these AI fundamentals and what is expected from you all. So our expectation from you all is to learn the right kind of tools that will be teaching you all. And as you can see, the bullet points on the screen, we can talk about identifying the prediction and forecasting workloads. Like there are many applications which you might have downloaded from the Play Store or you might have downloaded from other websites. And you can see that there are a lot of prediction, the data, how to play with the previous data and give some resultant data. How to do that kind of thing or that kind of work in a platform like Azure. So this identifying the right kind of parameters and right kind of features is what we need to teach you. And we will be teaching you all this during our certification courses so that you have a clear understanding and then you can execute the preparation of right kind of applications that you would want to create for your companies and project managers. If we talk about NLP, natural language processing, so this is another segment. So you need to understand about this technical terms and you need to understand which particular tool to be integrated or added in your particular app or a platform so that you can get the right kind of delivery. So it can be examples like for example, your project manager have given you a task where you need to create an application, and in that application there should be a function where the doctors who will be using this application can just read or tell something to the patient, and there is automatic transcript that is created. So that creation of transcript will be triggered by a service in the Azure platform, which you need to identify and understand and then integrate it with your software. So this is all about AI fundamentals, and there are much more things that in AI fundamentals. If we talk about the data, the roadmap that we have created for you all, under the data roadmap, you will be understanding more about Azure Cosmos DB database. You will be talking about or understanding more about Azure Stream Analytics. So these are all good names that you can see, or good packages or products or services that are under Azure, which we will be teaching you all. Apart from that, Microsoft have categorized the certifications under role-based certification, which you can see on the screen right now. Now, in this role-based certifications, what we try to highlight on is on this blue part for you all. The suggestions or the certifications that we have already inbuilt in the curriculum of the ITM, it's basically talking about fundamentals, Azure fundamentals, and taking you higher the level on app and infra and data and AI. So this is where we are trying to highlight because this is the need of the hour. And obviously, once you are done with this certification down the line, when you are working somewhere, you can go ahead for modern workplace and business application specialties and all. And there can be much more certifications that will be available. On the screen, you can see the date is like 2019. This keeps on changing every year, and I told you that we will be helping you all with the upgraded or changed type of infrastructure on the certification forefront or technology, and we will be helping you in updating yourselves as well. So this was the last part of my slide in the small presentation that I had for this webinar. And I will just show you a roadmap or the certification roadmap that we had, which is complex. At the start, I told you all that these certification roadmaps are a bit complex. If you want to go step by step, you will get lost in the different technologies that are available. Hence, what we have done is we have filtered certain certifications from this entire roadmap and we have suggested it to SITM. And this is the first time that we are doing this kind of program in the northeastern part of our country. So that's all I have for you all. Over to the Syed. Thank you.
Thank you, Vibhuti. It was a nice presentation we had from you. And I believe all our students have learned a lot from you as well. And as you rightly say, this is about the right certification that can bring success. And I truly believe in that. And I'm really wondered with the part where it says about the role-based certification. And again, the part where you mentioned about, just drilling them down on the roadmap, entire roadmap, it is quite helpful for all the students. So if you can kindly have those slides, that PDF about the roadmap, I will share it to all our students who are already watching or listening. And I see a great success with all the certifications for all the students we have, with all the students who have already joined us here, or all those students who are willing to take any kind of Microsoft certification. And if I talk in the language of Bill Gates, I would like to just mention one quote from him. It says that success is a lousy teacher. It seduces the smart people into thinking that they can't lose, and it happens to us students as well, our students as well. And so I request all the students just not to get lost in the thinking process, but to work for your success. And you have so many certifications now available in our own place in northeastern state, Assam. Now you can access them very easily. So you can just take advantage of all those certifications here, and you can make your career, you can make a leap in your career. You can take a jump from here. So that's what I want to add. Now I would like to move to our SITM's director, ma'am, Mrs. Zumurlod, who is with us, and she will tell us a bit about SITM and how it became so big, how they took it forward from their basic stage. Without any further ado, I'm passing on the mic to Mrs. Zumurlod, Director, SITM Microsoft Academy in Guwahati. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Mohsin. Thank you so much. Can we have the video playing first so that I can take my students to a tour of what we have in SITM. So first of all, a very good afternoon to all of you who have joined us in this webinar today. We, as a part of Scholars Institute of Technology and Management, would like to enlighten you about what we are and how we function. So let me give you a briefing about our institution's infrastructure and where we are placed. SITM, or Scholars Institute of Technology and Management, was established in the year 2010 under Scholars Group of Institutions. It was established with an aim to provide contemporary and quality technical education in northeastern India. It is equipped with state-of-art infrastructure, contemporary academic programs with latest developments, team of very highly qualified and motivated faculty members. The institute is very aesthetically designed, and it is set in a very clean and green background of a forest reserve surrounded by hills on all sides, and it's very near to Guwahati city. And this institution provides all the things that a student needs to learn in his or her life when he is in the campus. We focus mainly in holistic development of our students. That is why we focus in the curriculum, which is very, strong and robust. And it is, strengthened more by our industry partners with whom we partner to strengthen our curriculum. Along with our curriculum, we also provide the good, sports facilities, cultural activities that our students need in life, access to industries where they do their internships, and give them a hands-on experience while they are here in the campus. We want them to be confident and face the world with full confidence when they are out of the campus. We at Scholars Institute of Technology and Management offer basic degree, B.tech degree in civil engineering, in mechanical engineering, in computer science engineering, in electronics communication engineering, electronics and electrical engineering. And our curriculum, as I said earlier, is very strong in the sense that it is industry connected curriculum, and the industry people are engaged here to give the best of what they learn in the campus. But with 10 years of our journey, what we have learned that merely getting an B.tech degree is not enough to face the world the way our students should. Therefore, we thought of integrating today's best tools and technologies, as because our students will be a bachelor in technology in a particular branch. So to give a proper meaning to the term technology or the technologies of today and tomorrow, where they will be placed in the society to give services to the society and work for the society, they should be strengthened with proper technology, which I don't think we are able to give till now. So that brings us to Microsoft. We proposed to help us out in this case, and they agreed to come all the way to Northeast India. And we are happy to say that, yes, we have now partnered with Microsoft teams out there who are best in their business, giving services not only in education, but in other parts also, the best of the thing that they offer. Till now, yes, there are some centers where Microsoft certifications are happening in India, in places like Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Pune, and our people who are really interested in the subjects like AI or data science or Azure, what till now Osborne and Vibhuti being, giving you the insight about all those things. By now I understand you have got a fair idea about what Microsoft certification is all about, how your journey in achieving a good job will be smoothened once you have this tool, once you have this certification in your hand. Therefore, our students, apart from moving out of the comfort of their home and getting a certification out there in, say, Bangalore and far off places where they spent a lot also, we thought of bringing the same certification to their home here in Scholars Institute of Technology and Management. Hope this helps my students community and the people out there in our northeastern states to equip themselves with this certification and make a mark for themselves, not only in our country, but globally. So I should say this is only the beginning of the journey. We want to take it long ahead and help the people who really want and have the passion of doing something in this area. So with this, I think all the people who wants to know about our institution, they can go through our website, know about us. And yes, of course, if this webinar gives a small ignition in the mind of those techies out there who are really listening to us, I would always welcome them to come and visit our campus, have a first-hand knowledge of what they can learn, how they can learn, and how they can take their career forward and make a mark for themselves in the society. Thanks all of you Thank you, Osborne, to give all those insight to the people who are sitting here. Vibhuti too was very fantastic. So all of us here in the team wish that whoever have participated by now have got a little idea about how you are going to take your career forward. Thank you. Mohsin, I give the mic, hand over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It was very nice listening to you and about SITM. I hope our students got the idea that Microsoft campus is coming to SITM, Scholars Institute of Technology and Management. So while we are talking about Microsoft institution, Microsoft campus here in Guwahati, we have many questions about the career and how we will take it forward, all those things. We will definitely answer your questions. We have 14 questions already being published into the chat section, live Q&A section. We will answer them one by one by the end of this session. For the time being, I'm moving to Dr. Ziaul Islam, जो हम लोगों को कैरियर और उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा ज्ञान देंगे. Let us hear from him. And with this thing, I'm just forwarding the mic to Dr. Ziaul Islam. Dr. Zia, over to you.
First of all, I thank to Mr. D'Souza and Mr. Vibhuti who give the brief knowledge of Microsoft about the skill and utilization of that skill. Can you hear me? Yes. Utilization of these skills in present situation. तो आज जो हम लोग अभी जो हम लोग इसके बारे में जो एक्सप्लेन करेंगे माइक्रोसॉफ्ट के बारे में, तो देखिए अभी जो प्रेजेंट सिचुएशन है आसाम का या फिर नॉर्थ ईस्ट का, इसके बारे में किसी को भी सबको मालूम है कि किस सिचुएशन से आपको अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट के वजह से हम लोग का नॉर्थ ईस्ट बहुत पीछे पड़ा हुआ है. और इस अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट की वजह से आपका बहुत सारा स्टूडेंट्स जो यहाँ पे है बेरोजगार है, या फिर आपका डिफरेंट कुछ काम पे जो B.tech डिग्री लिया है या फिर आपका फिर दूसरा कुछ ग्रेजुएट किया है, तो वो लोग अपना लाइन छोड़ के दूसरा लाइन पे दूसरा कुछ जो है उसको नहीं करके दूसरा लाइन पे वो लोग कुछ काम कर रहे हैं. तो इसकी वजह से हम लोग अभी जितना देख रहे हैं, अभी देखिए अभी ये जो अभी आपके स्क्रीन में जो दिख रहे हैं ये अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट वो दिन ब दिन थोड़ा सा बढ़ रहा है. अभी आसाम में देखिए ये 4.8 के 4.7 था आपका 2011 एंड 12 के डाटा के हिसाब से, और अब वो अभी 8.1 वो जो कि इंक्रीज हुआ है, बहुत ज़्यादा इंक्रीज हुआ है. तो यहाँ पे कुछ भी मतलब स्टूडेंट्स जो भी है, तो आइदर वो स्किल है, हार्ड वर्किंग है, आपका क्रिएटिव है, लेकिन उसका जो है वो काम के साथ वो मैच नहीं करता है. तो काम के साथ मैच नहीं करने की वजह से आपका जो जॉब है वो हम लोग को नहीं मिल पाता है. तो इसकी वजह से 79% ऑफ यंग ग्रेजुएट्स वो आजकल अनएम्प्लॉयड रह गया है. और या फिर आपका जो भी ग्रेजुएट आपका जो जिस ग्रेजुएट को आपको एम्प्लॉयमेंट मिला भी है, तो उसको उस फील्ड में नहीं मिला है जिस फील्ड में उसने B.tech का डिग्री लिया है या फिर आपका कुछ किया है. तो हम लोग इसीलिए हम लोग ये नॉर्थ ईस्ट में एक बहुत बड़ा कमी था कि एक अच्छा इंस्टीट्यूशन यहाँ पे इंस्टीट्यूशन तो बहुत अच्छा है, लेकिन आपका एक इंस्टीट्यूशन ऐसा नहीं था जिसमें आपको मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ आपका कुछ सिखाया जाए, जिसको आपका वर्ल्ड लेवल में हम लोग को सब जगह एक्सेप्ट करे. तो इसके लिए हम लोग ने बहुत सारा चीज़ देखा. यहाँ पे देखने के बाद हम लोग को SITM जो कैंपस है, हम लोग का ये कैंपस बहुत ही अच्छा कैंपस है, एक ग्रीनरी के बीच में है. और हम लोग का यहाँ से जो 2010 से आज तक हम लोग का जितना भी स्टूडेंट्स निकला है, अच्छा जॉब वो लोग को मिला है बहुत जगह में. लेकिन जो अभी का जो प्रेजेंट सिचुएशन है, जैसे कोविड की वजह से या फिर जो गवर्नमेंट का अभी जैसे मान लीजिए GDP बहुत डाउन हुआ है. यहाँ पे चार्ट में आप देख सकते हैं इंडिया का GDP कितना अभी अर्लियर में कितना था और नाउ में अभी चाइना हो, US हो, यूरोप हो, जर्मनी हो, सब जगह में आपका देखिए GDP का आपका ग्रोथ जो है वो कम हो गया है ड्यू टू कोरोना वायरस बोलिए, ग्लोबल इकोनॉमी बोलिए, शार्प रिकवरी, एवरीथिंग आपका. लेकिन जो यहाँ पे हम लोग का जो कोर्सेस हम लोग अभी ऑफर कर रहे हैं आपको, या फिर माइक्रोसॉफ्ट किस लिए चाहिए हम लोग को, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट के बारे में हम लोग आज जो यहाँ पे जो नॉर्थ ईस्ट में या फिर आपका इस पार्ट में जो है, तो हम लोग यहाँ पे ज़्यादातर देखे हैं कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट का बच्चा जो है वो लोग बाहर नहीं जाना चाहता है, मैक्सिमम यहाँ पे रहना चाहता है। जो भी बाहर जाता भी है वो कुछ दिन बाद वापस चला आता है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे उस तरह का आपका उस तरह का वो लोग मतलब जॉब के साथ वो लोग का करियर उसको मैच नहीं कर पाता है। तो हम लोग यहाँ पे एक नेक्स्ट स्लाइड थोड़ा सा दिखाइएगा, नेक्स्ट स्लाइड। हाँ, तो ये देखिए अभी कोरोना सिचुएशन के लिए भी आपका अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट जो है वो 2020 में मतलब बहुत नीचे जा रहा है इसके लिए। तो हम लोग जो भी है आज जो भी स्किल प्रोग्राम हम लोग यहाँ पे ला रहे हैं, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का हो या फिर माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का और बीटेक का जो भी हम लोग अभी यहाँ पे प्रोवाइड करने जा रहे हैं, वो सब कुछ रिलेटेड है जॉब से। अगर पढ़ाई करने के बाद अच्छा जॉब अगर आपको नहीं मिलेगा तो आपको हमेशा आपको तकलीफ होगा। तो यहाँ पे बहुत सारा गार्जियंस और पेरेंट्स और स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ पे अभी ऑनलाइन है। वो लोग आपका सोच रहे होंगे कि हम लोग को किस तरह से मतलब पढ़ना चाहिए या फिर आपका कहाँ पे किस तरह का डिग्री लेना चाहिए। तो ये देखिए मैं एक ही बात बोलूँगा कि अभी हम लोग के लिए प्राउड का बात है, ये नॉर्थ ईस्ट में ये सबसे पहला बार आपका बीटेक के डिग्री के साथ माइक्रोसॉफ्ट हम लोग प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं। एक माइक्रोसॉफ्ट सर्टिफिकेशन प्रोग्राम भी कर रहे हैं और उसके साथ हम लोग का बीसीए माइक्रोसॉफ्ट भी हम लोग प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं। तो इससे जो भी अभी मिस्टर डिसूजा और मिस्टर विभूति ने बोला है, जिस फील्ड में हम लोग अभी रिक्वायरमेंट है, स्किल का रिक्वायरमेंट है, उस फील्ड में वो रिक्वायरमेंट ये कोर्सेस पूरा करेंगे। और नॉट ओनली पूरा करेंगे, इस रिक्वायरमेंट से उनको एम्प्लॉय भी होगा, एम्प्लॉय भी मिलेगा और वो ग्लोबली उसको सब जगह एक्सेप्ट करेंगे। हम लोग का यहाँ पे बच्चा भी देख रहे हैं कि बीटेक अभी बहुत सारा इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस है, नॉट ओनली दिस हम लोग का कॉलेज और बहुत सारा कॉलेजेस है नॉर्थ ईस्ट में। तो यहाँ पे उस कॉलेज से भी बहुत सारा लड़का पास कर रहा है। पास करने के बाद अभी अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट अभी है। तो जहाँ तक इसमें नॉर्थ ईस्ट का एज ए होल एनवायरनमेंट और इसको देखते हुए ऐसे भी हम लोग के पास जॉब बहुत कम है, और उसके ऊपर से हम लोग अगर अनस्किल्ड नहीं, जो आपका अभी जिस टाइम का जो डिमांड है उसको हम लोग फुलफिल नहीं करके अगर जो दूसरा कोर्स करते हैं तो वो कोर्स करने के बाद आपका जॉब नहीं मिलता है, तो वो हम उसके जिम्मेदार हम लोग खुद हैं। तो इसके लिए हम आप लोग से यही गुजारिश करेंगे कि जो एक बार हम लोग का कैंपस में आइए आप लोग।
I think your microphone is muted.
I think there is a
Can you
problem with
mute yourself, please?
Yeah, Zia's microphone. So guys, you're listening about the career prospects in northeastern part. It is quite down right now, and I'm coming back to Dr. Zia again.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Please continue. A few seconds in the last part we missed it, but if you can repeat the few seconds.
मैं बोल रहा था कि आपका जैसे मान लीजिए अभी +2 लेवल के बाद +2 स्टूडेंट, खासकर +2 स्टूडेंट के बाद +2 लेवल के बाद स्टूडेंट्स बहुत सारा कंफ्यूजिंग रहता है कि हम लोग बीटेक आइदर हम लोग मतलब साइंस जो स्ट्रीम से साइंस जो बैकग्राउंड में है और जिसके साथ मैथ्स जुड़ा हुआ है, वो लोग सोचते हैं कि हम लोग डिप्लोमा करें इंजीनियरिंग का पॉलिटेक्निक डिप्लोमा करें या फिर बीटेक करें। उसमें एक सबसे बड़ा कन्फ्यूजिंग होता है। तो ये और अगर मान लीजिए उसका साइंस बैकग्राउंड में मैथ्स नहीं है तब तो कोई बात करके कोई फायदा नहीं है। जो बीटेक जो किया है वो आइदर जेई के थ्रू से, आईआईटी के थ्रू से, एनआईटी के थ्रू से, वो अच्छा कॉलेज में वेस्ट बंगाल हो या फिर आपका सब जगह ऑल ओवर इंडिया में आपका सब जगह आईआईटी में आपका आईआईटी हो, एनआईटी हो, सब जगह एडमिशन्स लेते हैं पढ़ाई के लिए। लेकिन आपका उसमें देखा जाता है कि वहाँ से भी आने के बाद आपका तो थोड़ा सा अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट हम लोग का जो है वो अभी प्रेजेंट सिचुएशन के साथ मैच नहीं कर पा रहा है। तो डिप्लोमा सिर्फ मैं इसको एक ही बात बोलूँगा कि अगर आप लोग माइक्रोसॉफ्ट कोर्स करना चाह रहे हैं तो ये ग्रेजुएट डिप्लोमा होने से ज़्यादा अच्छा है। आफ्टर ग्रेजुएशन आप लोग वर्क कर सकते हैं इसको, और आफ्टर ग्रेजुएशन अगर आपको कंप्यूटर का कुछ बेस नॉलेज है उसके बाद भी आप लोग कर सकते हैं। और बीटेक के बाद बीटेक के साथ भी आप लोग ये कोर्स हम लोग का यहाँ पे कर सकते हैं। तो ये हम लोग के नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लिए, इसे नॉर्थ ईस्ट के स्टूडेंट्स और गार्जियंस पेरेंट्स के लिए जो अभी एक कोविड-19 का एक सिचुएशन बना हुआ है उसमें क्या करेंगे, मैंने बच्चा का करियर या फिर लड़का का स्टूडेंट्स का करियर और कहाँ जाएंगे, एम्प्लॉयमेंट क्या होगा, मैं सोचता हूँ कि माइक्रोसॉफ्ट आने के बाद ये जो हेडेक है या फिर आपका ये जो सोच है ये थोड़ा सा होने से भी आपका ये रिलीफ हुआ है। तो हम चाहते हैं कि आप लोग एक बार हम लोग का कैंपस में विजिट करें, हम लोग का टीचर से मिले, हम लोग का कोर्सेज के बारे में जानें और तब आप डिसाइड करें कि हम लोग को यहाँ पे क्यों लेना चाहिए और क्यों नहीं लेना चाहिए। मैं इतना ही बोलता हूँ। थैंक यू।
Thanks to Dr. Ziaul Islam, and we were listening about the career prospects with Microsoft in education, like what you can do with your career after having a proper education certification in Microsoft. So while we are talking about the career prospect with Microsoft, I would like to pass on the mic and welcome on board Mr. Sadiq Mannan to talk about how career can be saved internationally or nationally with Microsoft. Sadiq, over to you. Well, I think Mr. Sadiq is not available with us right now.
Thank you, Said. And also, I would like to thank Osborne, for at least, going ahead and giving a headwind, to whatever we are trying to do as far as Guwahati is concerned, or rather, Northeast in particular. And also, I would also like to tell the audience, that we all say that people from Northeast, they really don't want to go out and work, right? Well, I mean, for me personally, I came back to Guwahati after good 20-25 years outside, and in fact, in the panel we have Vibhuti. So Vibhuti again, he is from Northeast, so it's not that that people from Northeast are not working outside, or they think twice before they want to go outside. No. Again, I mean, like coming back to the thing that we are discussing right now. See, post-COVID education, I mean, of course, education is linked, or rather it is inversely linked with employment, end of the day. We have a couple of engineers, who are, rather students who are right now enrolled in B.tech. We have a couple of students who have completed the B.tech. We have people who would like to, get into the B.tech. Now, what I've seen in Guwahati is, an individual who really wants to do something with his career or her career, they usually, end up going to either to Hyderabad or Pune or Bangalore, to get a certification done. Now, that same certification is available in Guwahati. That's one. Two, people who have already completed their B.tech, and they somehow missed the bus of, going to either of these metro cities to go ahead and get themselves certified. So these guys also, do you have an opportunity right now? Just come in to SITM, and have a talk with the people out here, and I'm sure there's something better is going to come up. Now today, just before we started this webinar, I was just looking at the number of jobs available, for a Microsoft certified person. So I did not actually went ahead and I bifurcated it into different certifications. As Vibhuti was telling us, that the roadmap, which he was showing us, I mean, it's huge. Okay, so I was just going through the number of jobs available as of today. In India, it is around about 9,000 odd jobs which are available, and the salary range that I was looking at was between 3 lakh LPA to 25 lakh LPA. So for a fresher, and it's good amount of money. Apart from that, as Vibhuti was also telling in his when he was giving his presentation, that post-COVID, companies are deciding on, allowing employees or, even people whom they are onboarding to come and, not to come to office physically, but work from home, for which they need a simple laptop and internet connectivity. So I was looking at, the freelancers, who are Microsoft certified. Now, I was looking at the amount that they charge for the work that they are doing. So I was looking at $5 per hour. There was one guy who was charging $150 per hour. So that is the percentage of money that we are looking at. In case if you as an individual do not want to work for a company, but want to work for yourself. So yes, there are opportunities available. And in fact, these days when I am hiring for a couple of companies, during COVID, so there are few things, that people are looking for, when they are hiring a resource for a company. Now, the kind of resources, or the traits that they are looking for in a person is a good communication skill. Now, please remember one thing. In case, suppose if today I'm Microsoft certified, maybe my client is in UK or maybe in US or maybe in New Zealand. Now, for him or her, the language in which he understands or he would like to communicate with you would be in English. Now, I do not want every one of you to have that accent, maybe a Texan drawl or maybe an Australian accent, or for that matter, if you're genius enough, Irish accent. No. Communication-wise, you have to be clear. You have to be you should be speaking in a neutral accent, right? Apart from communicating, talking to people, you should actually, have good email etiquettes. I mean, even today, I get emails from people, with subject line missing, or maybe no salutation at all. So these are small things, they matter a lot. Now, in case if, suppose if I am applying to a company today, and if I have to, send them my CV. Now, I just, attach the CV, and in the subject line, I write, I need a job. Do you think that is going to make or break things for me? No, it won't, right? So these are also, certain things, that are part of the curriculum which we are planning for SITM, good communication skill, which is a bedrock, I mean, whatever sphere of life you go in for. Apart from this, what I have seen right now in the market, they are looking for people who are receptive to new experience and new technology. Now, with the way things are, I cannot be adamant, that no, I have to be in an office, and I have to sit in a big glass cabin, with AC full blast on because it's summers, maybe in that part, but out here, thankfully, it is raining. Then they are looking for people who are responsible, who are self-disciplined. Now, these words, they sound big, but in a nutshell, if I'm working from home, that means I don't have a supervisor on top of me. For example, I mean, if you are even doing your online classes these days from home, so you don't have your teacher, shouting down at your throat, that, okay, you're not studying, or maybe, you are not attentive in a class. So, when it comes to job, things become slightly serious out there. So definitely, if you are not self-disciplined, if you are not a go-getter yourself, right, a person is not going to hire you, because you will not be an asset to that particular company, but a liability. Now, you have to be good-natured. You should be compassionate, because when you are on a call, or maybe when you are working remotely, so there are certain things that you want to put across to the person on the other end, and maybe that person is unable to understand to say, and slowly and steadily your frustration level is increasing. But ensure that those things don't reflect on your voice. Voice is a very dicey thing, when especially talking on a phone, or maybe on a video call. Your body language and things like that matters a lot. Now, emotionally, you have to be, a company is looking for somebody with a good impulse control, person who is calm, and also, in case if you look at the normal meetings which are going on right now, even we don't open our office as such. Most of our meetings are online these days, thanks to COVID again. Now, the routine interaction that you are having, suppose for example today you complete your certification, and maybe you are working remotely for your paymaster, who's sitting in another part of the globe. Now, interaction can be of two ways that is going to happen. One is work related, whether the project, how the project is progressing, whether the work is getting complete, so on and so forth. And secondly, ideas. You talk about ideas. Now, these days, I think that interaction should not be routine, but it should be memorable ones. Wherein you come up with out of the box idea. Think about what could be done in a situation like this, right? So these are the things which are going to make things happen for you. Now, let me give you a very small example. Students, once they complete their B.tech, or they are having their summer holidays, so they usually go and they enroll themselves in maybe in a certification course. Now, in case if I do a certification course from say for example Star Software company, okay, which is giving me certification on everything under this blue sky. And I complete the certificate, I pay them the money, I complete the certification, and I put that down in my CV. As remember, as Vibhuti was telling us, that making your CV, weight more. So a Star Computer Academy is not going to, actually carry much weight for me. Even if I go ahead and, maybe technically I'm very sound. What they taught me during my time in the academy, I did learn it, but brand matters, it matters. So if you, guys, I do look at, whenever I'm going through LinkedIn, I do see a lot of people are doing a lot of certification, which is very good. That means we are not whiling away our time, right? But these certifications, that I end up seeing, these certifications are not going to land you a job, okay? Because we are not deep diving in that particular subject matter, right? Now, with Microsoft, what happens is, it is not a virtual class that happens. No, it does not. There is a person actually teaching you in a classroom. That's how the whole gig is. So there would be you guys who are actually right now sitting at home, not sure when your college or your university is going to open. And if you are in Guwahati, just walk in. I'm sure we would be able to do something worthwhile. Okay, please continue doing the certifications that you are doing online, right? Imagine you going ahead and completing a certification, maybe for example, Google Garage, you did a certification on online marketing and you put it up in your LinkedIn profile. You'll get a lot of likes, likes and whatnot, right? But imagine, going ahead and putting a certification from Microsoft. I mean, can you imagine what is the weight it's going to carry? Can you imagine how many people are going to notice you? That certification is going to land you a career, right? We are not talking about jobs, I mean, jobs, yes, I mean, anyone can get. Now, having said that, there is, I mean, I can actually go on and on and on about, what are the things that one should be doing, I mean, it will be like, giving you gyan and stuff. I'm sure, all of you are, what you are doing with your life, right? But, only thing that I can tell you guys is COVID, the situation that we are in right now, try to make most out of it. If you are doing online certification, please continue doing it, okay? But remember one thing, if you are investing your time wisely and, with a certification that is going to matter end of the day for getting you a job, please go ahead and, try to do something like that, okay? It is going to help you a lot more. Now, of course, if you go ahead and you enroll, maybe you might have completed your project. And, in case if you enroll, you complete your certification and, you are looking for something worthwhile, a job or something like that, then I'm sure, we would be sitting across a table and we'll be talking. And yes, this certification, because, I was just, doing it all, just out of curiosity, and I was just looking at. I was just, looking at Naukri.com. I mean, 9,000. I mean, today's date, 9,000 jobs available for Microsoft certification. I mean, which in fact was the highest. In case if I look at other sector, like BFSI, or if I look at retail, or if I look at insurance, or even BPM, or BPOs. So, software, again, Microsoft certification was the highest. Now, in case if I was looking at, the data wherein people are working from home and servicing clients in other parts of the globe, or, within the country in a different city or town. So those guys, I mean, they have built themselves in such a way that, somebody is asking $150 per hour. I mean, which is huge. Forget about $150. I mean, $5 per hour, which is huge, right? And on top of that, working from home, yes, it is, I mean, people, who have not worked till date. So yes, you might miss out on the experience of working for an organization in their office. But as human beings, let us go ahead and adapt to what we have right now, okay? And adapting is one thing, and going ahead and making it worthwhile is another. So my suggestion to you guys would be, send in your queries, okay? In case if you have any queries, we'll try to answer your queries as as far as the course, as far as the certification is concerned. And I'm sure, Osborne and Vibhuti, I can always fall back on them, for anything that I don't know, okay? Because I mean, of course, I don't know everything, like anyone else. So, but yes, definitely, there is a way out, and there has always been a way out. And take this COVID situation that you guys are in as a opportunity, okay? Sitting at home, doing certification, please continue doing that. Again, I'm telling you. But again, think it from, I mean, I look at things from a slightly different perspective, maybe because I work. Try to do certification which will be worthwhile, okay, which is going to land you a job, which will actually help you land something, work from home, you know, maybe start something of your own, right? For that, definitely, you know, you will need a heavy CV. Thank you. Back to you, Said.
Yeah, thank you, Sadiq. It was great listening to you. I hope all the students who are listening to us have benefited very well from what you have mentioned, covering communication to all the things that, I mean, till certification. About this certification, what I would like to add is that people think that doing smart work is the best thing to do, but hard work is also required. So in today's scenario, what we need is smart hard work. See, winners embrace the hard work. That is the way of life. So in this situation, we all are together, known as COVID-19, the pandemic. What we have in hand is the technology at our disposal, and we have to use it at our best. We have to leverage it. And doing so, if you get something near to your home, you should grab it. While you are doing all those online certifications, it's good, keep them up, but look for the branded certifications where you have to take exams as well. Look for them as well. That's the way to your career. Now, since we are coming to an end of this session, we are moving forward with the questions. We have so many questions here. And out of those, we will be able to answer only 18 questions. So we'll try to answer 18 questions if it doesn't take much time. Otherwise, we'll cut it short. So the first question we have is from Ratnadeep. Ratnadeep, I hope you are listening to us, and this question is from you. How AI is applicable in core mechanical engineering apart from robotics or other multidisciplinary fields? And I would like to ask this question to Mr. D'Souza, Mr. Osborne D'Souza. So how do you see that AI is applicable in core mechanical engineering rather than in robotics and multidisciplinary fields? To you, sir.
Yeah, hi. So I think I've tried responding to that question, and there's a lot that's happening in the field of mechanical engineering. I mean, robotics is something that is a broad term. Everybody thinks about mechanical engineering, so they think about robotics, but there's so much more to mechanical engineering than just simply robotics. The answer is basically AI is used in predictive technologies, cognitive technologies. So you can have predictions being made on certain design functions or certain design concepts that are being created by a mechanical engineer. So if you're looking at mechanical engineering in the field of, for example, from a perspective of, thinking in terms of designing a production line or basically enhancing the capabilities of the systems that are there already. So these are various ways in which AI can actually contribute and be more effective in mechanical engineering. I'm sure there's a lot we can share with you, a lot more, but as of now, I mean, this is what I would respond back.
Thank you, Mr. D'Souza. I hope the question has been answered. We have few more questions. I'm moving quickly to the next question we have. And it is a common question asked by Kanyaduti Setia. And he asks, in the recent times, which field will AI be used in future? In recent times, on which fields will AI be used in future? I think what he wants to convey, what he wants to ask is that, in the given situation, in a situation like a pandemic, what can AI do for our future, a brighter future?
Right. Okay. So, given the current situation with COVID-19, the pandemic, obviously, everyone is looking at healthcare being one of the biggest industries which is going to be using artificial intelligence, and it is being used to a very high degree. And There's so much of activities by pharmaceutical companies that are working hard to actually get that kind of a vaccine or a drug that can be administered to us to overcome the COVID situation. So this is, it's a virus that we need to tackle. Human beings are basically looking at this. So AI, if you're asking in recent times, as in the pandemic, what are we doing with the AI and how is AI being used? This is one area. The other area is also in terms of education. So there's tremendous amount of people who are using artificial intelligence in education from a perspective of assessments and things like that. So this is ongoing. This is happening. This is basically continuing to progress as we move along. Of course, there are many other fields. So you're talking about engineering, you're talking about humanities, arts. There are many industries that are using artificial intelligence even during this time. It's nothing is, as such put an end to it. There's no end to it as of now. People are working from home. People are continuing to use artificial intelligence. And because it's on the cloud, it is accessible to everybody.
That's really great to know. And I would like to quickly add one more part to this question, to the same question, what AI can do. We have one question from Pratibha, and she asked if AI can do something for the kids in the special, those kids who need the special care kind of thing. And is there anything that can deal with their educational aspects?
Yeah, so there's definitely a lot of work. We encourage everyone who is in the who's working under the special needs Spastic Society of India, basically doing a lot in terms of special needs. My partner Swati Ganguly, who is also a founder, co-founder, and a director at Joanna Technologies. She's an educator on special needs herself, and obviously there's many people around the world who are in need of artificial intelligence fulfilling it. So there's a beautiful program that has been designed by one of the companies in the US on helping children with special needs to learn how to code. On helping people with who are blind basically to learn how to code, and those who are who have difficulty in vision and have been and these kind of technologies are being built to help them to code and learn to code. So there's a lot that is happening in the field of special needs, and artificial intelligence is playing a major role over there. So if you're interested in learning more on how you can contribute, today you're in Assam, tomorrow you could be in another country, basically working with an organization that's totally involved in special needs education or special needs services and solutions. So your dream, if you have it to do this, then you need to start somewhere. Start with basically understanding technology. And if you want to learn how to use technology, then you can start with a very simple fundamental course and then build your expertise on it.
Thank you, Arjunji. So the next question we have is in almost similar line, and Arpita is asking if AI can be used to connect with the rest of the world. So how is that possible, using AI connecting to the world?
Do you want me to take all the answers, or you want somebody else to take the answers? Is there something that you want?
Yeah, if somebody else does, then I'll be really happy. Or it's always up to you.
Okay. So let me pick up that question from Arpita. So Arpita, if you're there and you're listening, connecting to the rest of the world using AI, post-COVID situation are changing. I'm trying to understand what basically is your question, because we've been connecting to the rest of the world before COVID. I mean, while the pandemic is on, then we are connecting at home from our homes. I'm connected to the US. I'm connected to a lot of people across the world. I mean, it doesn't matter where I am, whether I'm in my office or whether I'm at home in my living room, I'm still connected even with my mobile phone, basically. So AI plays a big role in making this possible. In fact, sometimes, let me give you an example of how this could make some sense to you and your question. If you're talking to someone in Mexico and he's speaking in Portuguese, for example, then you may want to have that translation done while you are speaking in real time. Now the question is this possible? The answer is yes, it's possible, and we are using it on our phones itself right now as we speak. So AI in communication, translations, understanding human language, natural language processing is what Bibhuti mentioned to you in the certifications part. So if you're interested in something like this, then you might want to look at your career into getting involved in data science and machine learning and basically natural language processing. These are things that can make a huge difference. Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Husbandji. Now I would like to ask the next question to Vibhuti. And we have this question. It asks, can you use MS Office and Office 365 both on one PC, and how safe is it?
Can you repeat that query, Zayed? Can we use
MS Office, Microsoft Office and Office 365 both on one PC, the same PC, and is it safe?
Okay, so if this question is related to the different versions of Office being installed on the same device, we would recommend that on the same device you should have the latest version. And Office 365 is basically the combination of online and offline services. Whenever you install the application on the system, it will either say Office 2016 or the latest is Office 2019. So it is not like that when you install Office 365 package, you will see Office 365 written on the offline applications. It will be Office 2019 or Office 2016, depending on the version that you are installing. We would strongly recommend you have the single version in a machine rather than 2-3 the different versions of Offices, which may basically mismanage the work that you are trying to deliver. Hope it answers the query.
Yeah, I totally got your answer, and thank you for that. The next question we have is again a difference-based question. Like it is asking a difference between OneDrive and EduCloud. What is the difference between EduCloud and OneDrive?
So OneDrive is basically the cloud storage that is a part of Office 365 services. And under the solutions that we have already provided to the college, every participant or every member, either they are a student, teaching staff, non-teaching staff, they get 1 terabyte of space under OneDrive. So it is cloud storage that which is a OneDrive. And what was the another term that you were saying? OneDrive versus?
EduCloud.
EduCloud. Okay, so EduCloud is the entire package of solution which have Office 365 in it, which have the MS Exchange services that Microsoft have. So the entire package that is given to the college or the college have enrolled is EduCloud, and it is nothing to do with the users who are using Office 365 services. So if the person who asked this question is asking as an user, please don't consider EduCloud as anything. It is just the name of the program that the college have enrolled itself. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
We have so many questions coming in, pouring in, like they are already asking about all those things like AI, like how they are going to affect after this COVID. So I can see that these questions are already being answered by Mr. Osborne and you, Vibhuti. So I don't want to deep dive into those questions as we are crossing our time limits, like the scheduled timing we had for this session. So I will quickly move to the next question we have because it is related to the teaching community. And since you are into the field of teaching, you are educating so many educators all around India. My next question from Pratibha is how teaching community can be benefited by this platform. This is for
Yeah,
you.
so teaching community, they can get benefited with this platform that we are suggesting. One, by basically organizing the stuffs with Office 365 productive tools, that is for the college, where the college teaching staff and non-teaching staff will be getting access to office.com. Apart from that, there are many certification programs, which is Microsoft Certified Educator program, which is a top level certification for any educator globally. Apart from that, there is MTA certifications and many other certifications that can be achieved by the educator as a part of the Imagine Academy, which the college is already a part right now. Apart from that, Mr. D'Souza already spoke about certain different tools that are available in Office 365, and that segment is totally called accessibility tools in Windows or Office 365, which can be easily used by the teaching community to deliver the best when they are trying to deliver a content. Maybe you want to have a webinar. In that webinar, you have the students who are participating in multiple level languages that they speak locally. So you want that kind of language to be inserted as a subtitle. That is also an available option when you have the perfect kind of accessibility tools integrated with your Office 365 and all. So that's all the help that the entire teaching community can get. And yes, as we have suggested a different roadmap for the students, there are many roadmaps for faculties of universities and colleges, either it is normal college or any the engineering college. There are a lot more things we can definitely help the educators.
Thank you, Vibhuti. That's really great to know. So since we are coming to an end, I'd like to ask you the last question. As a gold partner of Microsoft, as a global teaching partner, so how do you see what kind of service you can provide to all those people who might be looking for a solution to any kind of thing, any kind of online kind of thing, or anything that Microsoft is directly associated with?
So as a gold partner, basically what we are trying to do is in the EdTech segment, give training services to universities and colleges and also the school segment. And these trainings are provided to students. These are provided to faculty and staff, which I mentioned in the earlier question. Apart from that, there are many connects that we can give either the students or the faculties in the partner community of Microsoft. So Microsoft's partner community is huge, and in this partner community you get a lot of resources, a lot of content that can be used by the students. So there are platforms like GitHub platform. So those students who want to understand about the different coding facilities, and if they want to use certain open platforms where there are already codes available, they want to use it, reuse it, and again create their own applications and all that solution is there. So as a gold partner, we can help them connecting to these different solutions, or these solutions can be IT solutions, it can be any other solution, and basically giving the direction to the students and educators. So we can be the door for you to connect you to all the services that Microsoft provides globally.
Thank you, Vibhuti. It's really great hearing to you and learning such a big length about Microsoft and all the products you've been dealing with. It's really good to know about all the certifications. It's really good to know about the details we got about AI and everything related to Microsoft Imagine Academy. It's really great to know about that. Since we are coming to an end, I'd like to thank all our participants, all the attendees who have been watching this webinar, who have been listening to this webinar, and all our respected guests here in this webinar who have spoken at length about Microsoft and all the facilities at SITM at the Microsoft campus here in Guwahati. So for all the attendees, for all the viewers, for all the listeners, I would request if you have any more questions, you can send it directly to us. You already have the email IDs. You can just send your queries in and we will try to answer as soon as possible. Along with that, I will also request you to keep an eye on our pages, both on SITM and LinkedIn Local Guwahati's pages. We will have more of the updates. In case we do have something more about Microsoft or any other organization, we will definitely let you know. Thank you for being with us. It was a great time with you. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Hope to, meet